You're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but there is a way to make mandala yarn thick without having to use 3 balls of yarn and trying to get the colors all meshed together. I'm going to show you. Look how thin that yarn is. I was running out of projects that calls for thin yarn. So this technique was shown to me by a friend. She showed me the technique really quick, but this is what I got from it. You have to pull a good amount of yarn from the ball. This is the end of the yarn. So what I'm trying to do here is make a flat S shape, like the letter S. And so I lay it flat on a surface. It's better to do it this way so you don't get confused. Now create a loop there, and then create another loop so that the end of your yarn is at the other end there. Now this is your working yarn in the middle there, and this is your end. So squish it together to make it form one strand. I'm using an L hook, so we're gonna cast on, not really cast on, we're not knitting here. We're gonna loop it on to the hook as if we were about to crochet. Whichever technique you use to put the yarn on your hook, do that as if you're doing it with one strand of yarn. Now let's start chaining while holding these 3 strands of yarn together. And as we're chaining, we're using up this loop here of 3 strands of yarn. So when we get to the end of that, you see where the working strand is, we're gonna grab our loop and we're gonna split the strands of the loop. And then we're gonna grab our working strand of yarn through the middle of that loop and just start pulling. Now that is creating 3 strands of yarn again. Now you can see that transition there. It creates a little bit of an imperfection, but as you're crocheting, you're not even gonna see that at all. So let's see that again. We split the yarn, we pull it through the loop. So I've already started crocheting a row here. You're gonna be crocheting just like you were crocheting a normal project, but with 3 strands of yarn held together. So you split the 2 strands in a loop and pull through your working yarn. So that is exactly how you make mandala yarn thicker. Oh, and another plus is that the color changes happen faster since you're using most of the color up in each row. That's definitely a plus. So you guys, do me a solid. Give me a thumbs up if you found this clear to understand, if you enjoyed this, and if you're able to use this technique in your future projects. And you know, if you subscribe, there's a benefit. If you're subscribed, you will be the first to be notified that I came up with a new technique that you might want to use. So subscribe. What do you have to lose?